Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and this is what we're making today. Isn't it cute? Okay, so the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, pause, or rewind. And if you need anything, please let me know. I hope you enjoy the video. So the stamp set that we're using today is one that I have used several times, I think. I think I've used it at least 2 or 3 times. So we're using Gnome for the Holidays. And I'm using a different image today, one I've not used before. I think I've used this one every time I've used this set. I was thinking about using this one. Don't look at the coloring. That's kind of like my warm-up. But we're going to be using her. Okay, so let me show you the supplies. Okay, so Granny Apple Green, 3 1/4 by 8 1/2. Whisper White for stamping. Real Red for die cutting. Oh, I need another piece of Granny Apple Green. I just remembered. And then Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper that measures 3 by 3. Now, you can use this side if you want. I just chose to go with this color today. Let me grab my other Granny Apple Green layer. Here we go. Okay. And a scrap. So this is a really big scrap. Okay, so we're going to start out with stamping. So I'm going to get my 2 images and my Memento ink. Okay. And now we'll stamp the greeting over here on the other side. Okay, we're going to do some coloring. We are using Granny Apple Green, Real Red, Daffodil Delight, Misty Moonlight, and Petal Pink. It's quite a bit, right? Okay. I'm going to start with the green, and I'm going to start with the dark Granny Apple Green, okay? And then the light. Light Granny Apple Green. Today's the kind of day that, because it's raining, it's like coloring is like really, I don't know, makes me happy. Now, y'all know me. Ideally, I'd like to just color all of those red, but I know that lots of y'all really like color. I tend to prefer monochromatic or just 2 colors, but I'm gonna, uh-oh, I forgot my crumb cake. So we need crumb cake as well for her hair. So I'm going to do colored lights on the tree. I normally do just clear at my house. One year for my anniversary gift, David paid. Okay, let me stop talking for just a second. These are the 3 colors that I'm going to color the lights on the tree, okay? So one year, David, for my anniversary, he paid to have someone put up Christmas lights on the outside of our house for us. And he put up color. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that I couldn't stand it. But then the next year when he said, oh, do you want me to have them do it again? I'm like, nah, we're good. I don't need them. Yeah, I would like them if they were clear, but not colored. And I know a lot of people love color. So no offense. We all have different taste. Let's see. This one's going to go up here. So Daffodil Delight. And now here comes the Misty Moonlight. You can choose another color if you don't want to use blue. But you know, those colored lights, they do sometimes have blue in them. Okay, so now for her clothes. I can't remember if I used light real red or dark. So we'll just start coloring, and I might have to change it. And I need to get further down here so I can see it. I think I need dark. Well, I didn't give y'all the complete list because now I'm looking at her shoes and I'm thinking, I forgot that marker too. I put some of the markers away because I colored the tree, or not the tree, the little fairy house first. Then I was like, oh, I'm not doing that. It wasn't coming together the way I wanted it. So that's Smoky Slate. And we're gonna do the leaves. And then the little berries. Now I colored these, but I'm gonna cut them out. So, not cut them out, cover them up. But you'll see that in just a minute. So I'm gonna put these away. And we're using 2 sets of dies today. We're using the stitch shapes and then the layering ovals. I haven't used ovals in a while, so I thought, okay, now's the time. And then since we're going to be getting the die cut machine out, let's go ahead and do one more thing so that we only have to get the machine out once. So this 8.5 by 3 1/4 sheet, I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Fold it. Okay, now I'm going to take I'm taking a different punch today. So this time I'm taking the Delightful Tag Topper punch. The other day when we made the Halloween version of this, we used, what'd we use? The scallop tag topper. And let me tell you, if you keep this flat on your desk, it makes it a little bit easier. Sometimes I make things difficult on myself. So lie it flat, push it in there, center it, then pick it up and make sure it's centered, and then turn it over and look at the back and make sure it's all the way in there. Okay? So same thing on the other side. Set it on your desk, slide it in there. It's so much easier that way. Okay, so now turn it over, make sure it's straight, press. Okay, now I'm going to get my scissors and we're going to cut across. Okay, the Wrapped in Texture embossing folder, and we're going to emboss the side that's going to be our front. They both look the same. They both look good. So I'm going to line it up with the bottom of the front, and we're going to emboss that. So I'm going to get my machine. Okay, so a 3 and a 3. Okay, there's that. I'm not doing the back, but you can if you want to. So now I'm going to switch out my plates, and I'm going to get the 1 and the 2. Now all of a sudden I'm forgetting what I'm doing. That's what's great about this, is that it has the instructions on there. So a 1, 2, a 3, a 5. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the layering ovals and cut her out. And I don't want her to shift. And then I need a number 3. There she is. Now we're going to cut out the real red and the granny apple green at the same time with my other dies. So the granny apple green is the scallop oval and the real red is the stitched oval. Ruh-roh, where's my classic label punch? Oh, it's in my container. I keep looking for stuff and I have it organized. Okay, so classic label punch. I'm gonna cut out the greeting. And then we're gonna take 2 embellishments. So I'm gonna get my Take Your Pick tool and I'm gonna use all the trimmings, the star, and add that up here at the top. And then I'm going to add a red rhinestone right over the holly berries. Okay. We're going to take the Designer Series paper and add it to the front. So I'm just going to get my liquid glue. Did I miss? I didn't get glue in. And it's raining here today, so the humidity is very high. Okay. So now this is going to go here, just like that. So it's going to hang over just a tad. In the center, of course. Get these out of the way. And now I'm going to put some liquid glue on the back of her. I'm going to take 2 of our mini Stampin' Dimensionals and put it on the greeting. And she's going to go on there. Same thing, liquid glue. It looks like she's in a picture frame, doesn't it? Okay, so now this little thing. It's the same project that we made on Monday. So it will hold Sour Patch Kids, peanut M&Ms. I'm going to put a pack of Skittles because it'll tie in the red. But any snack size candy will fit in here. And it makes it like a little pouch. You can put some double stick tape on the back of there. And it will not slide out. I wouldn't even worry about doing that because if you tie your ribbon tight enough, it will slide out pretty easily, but I still don't think that you have to use adhesive. Okay, so we're using 2 ribbons. I'm using the polka dot tulle ribbon and the red braided trim. Get myself a nice point here. Let's see. Nope. Here's what I'm going to do. I keep forgetting what I did. I'm going to get 2 pieces of this white polka dot tulle, 7 inches, okay? And then I'm going to thread it up here at the top. You need a good point to thread it. Okay, now I'm going to take the real red braided trim and I'm going to tie a bow. I was just talking to my sister a few minutes ago and I'm like, I just designed this project literally like an hour and a half ago. A Spectrum came out to bury the cable for our internet and I didn't have internet for a few hours. Yeah, so I was trying to design this and trying to answer the door. And okay, one more thing we're going to do is we're going to curl that trim because see how straight it is? I like it when it's got a little curl to it. So I'm going to take my bone folder and then just like we used to do with our scissors. And then the last thing is I'm just going to trim the ribbon. Look how cute, isn't it? Let me grab the one I made earlier, see if I made any mistakes or any changes. Okay, so that wraps up this project. Don't forget there's a free inspiration sheet over on my website. And if you need anything, let me know. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.